Jamaica people, what a time to be a comrade. I love to be associated with the National Party because the facts keep coming. Huh? The facts keep on coming and coming and coming. Jamaica, are you aware? Yeah? Based on what transpired yesterday, several of the mayors would have dropped some bombshells. When I listen to minority leader in the Clarendon Municipal Corporation, Cian Barneswell would have made it clear that there are some breaches happening in the ministry of local government. Because based on the law, one such way municipalities get their money to help your communities is through property taxes. When you pay your property taxes, you are helping the municipality to get a fund. And that money collected from property taxes, according to the law, must be used for garbage collection, to fix infrastructure, and of course, community spaces like your parks, your bus stop, those little things. But Cian Barneswell would have revealed that under this Wholeness administration, where Desmond McKenzie is the Minister for Local Government, are you aware that Desmond McKenzie is using property taxes to pay salaries? No, me want to know, how can you use taxpayers' money which was slated to fulfill a mandate, and you are going to rearrange those funds to pay salaries? That is what was said. Isn't that a clear breach of the law? Because if the law states, when it comes on to property taxes, the law states that it should go towards garbage collection, fix up the infrastructure, and your community spaces, whether your little football field, netball court, you name it, your little parks, them little something there. But instead of using the property taxes to do those things, what it was mandated to do, it was said that Desmond uses the property tax funds to pay salaries. Isn't that a clear breach of the law? No wonder them pepper spray Desmond eye. No wonder they pepper sprayed Desmond eye. Because you cannot tell me that funds was designated to do X. You are going to take it. It's a classic labor right playbook, you know. They have learned from the leader. Remember, the leader collect charity money. And the leader of the Labour Party, Wholeness, take the charity money and use it to do things that it wasn't intended to do. Then no Desmond we are talking about today. The Labour Party continue to use funds that was designated to do X. They circumvent that fund to fulfill their own personal desire. Classic Labour Party, you know. Classic Labour Party. Well, Jamaica, you don't think you don't hear nothing yet? Based on what followed, I'm not even going to speak on it, you know. I want you to listen to it for yourself. Thank you, Erica. Big up yourself. I'm not even going to speak on it. I'm going to let you listen for yourself. Because you cannot tell me Desmond Mackenzie continued to stifle the corporation that has been run by the People's National Party. For example, the KSAMC. Are you aware, Jamaica people, that the former mayor for the KSAMC, Feda, only no years a Feda left $400 million debt at the KSAMC for the good Andrew Swaby fi come clear up. Remember, you know, people want their money. And every month, the municipality, they must get X. But instead of getting X to carry out their duties, Desmond give them Y. And on top of that, former mayors, Labour right mayors, have left a deficit for these PNP mayors to clear. How is it that Desmond expect that the municipalities they must function when the Labour right them who were there before us have left $400 million debt to clear? My dear people, when I listened to Mayor Andrew Swaby yesterday, my heart breaks. And you know the reason why my heart breaks? The Labour Party continued to give the People's National Party municipalities baskets to carry water. But through it all, they find a way to cope. Despite the neglect, despite the numerous attempts to ask for more, despite the sabotage, they pull through. I say to the people of this country, keep holding on. It may be long, but not forever. My heart break when I heard Mayor Swaby asking Desmond if he's aware that former mayor of the KSAMC, Delroy Williams, otherwise known as Feda, has left a deficit, a debt at the KSAMC of over $400 million. And the poor man now have to go find ways and avenues and channels to fill that gap. But through it all, Mayor Swaby pull through. Jamaica, we're not telling any lie on the Labour Party, you know. So guess what? I want you guys to listen carefully to what Mayor Swaby have to say yesterday in that meeting. Listen this carefully.
Isn't he aware that the Delroy Williams-led administration has left me with a big bill of over $200 million for retention? And he also must be aware that they have left me with a similar bill for general bills of over $200 million going back as far as 2021. These are some of the questions that I want to ask him. I am prepared to work with anybody, any organization in the interest of the people of Jamaica. Because it's not about us, it's about the people who we serve. Thank you very much.
You listen to that. A passionate plea by the sitting member in the KCMC, His Worship the Mayor, Andrew Swaby. No, I want you to listen to the passion. I want you to listen to the passion and the plea coming from the mayor. Listen once again.
Isn't he aware that the Delroy Williams-led administration has left me with a big bill of over $200 million for retention? And he also must be aware that they have left me with a similar bill for general bills of over $200 million going back as far as 2021. These are some of the questions that I want to ask him. I am prepared to work with anybody, any organization in the interest of the people of Jamaica. Because it's not about us, it's about the people who we serve. Thank you very much.
These are the new breed of parliamentarians and politicians that the Labour Party are afraid of. Yes, man. You listen to the passion and you can tell that the mayor for the KCMC cares. And I don't want nobody to misquote me, you know. Andrew Swaby said $200 million debt for a particular issue. And then him say, there's another debt of 200 million for general bills to clear up. So 200 million and 200 million. Jamaica Labour Party former mayor for the KCMC, Delroy Williams, aka Feda, 400 million the Labour Party left the KCMC in debt. That is the reason why they had wanted to control that KCMC. So now the mayor have to find creative ways to pay off that debt incurred by the Labour Party. And instead of sending the resources to give these local municipalities, Desmond continue to undermine and to give them a fraction of what they deserve. I say to the people of this country, yeah, it may be long, but not too long now. It may be long, Jamaica, but not too long now. The press conference went further. Yeah? And when I listen to the mayor for Mandeville, Donovan, he had to speak and set some things straight. I want to ask the people of Jamaica this question. Based on the law, and you're in a politics, if you are a sitting councillor, and for whatever reason, either you resign, you were fired, or let's say the worst could happen and you passed away, isn't it that the law dictates that the mayor would take up the function of that councillor? Am I correct, Jamaica? Because when I read the politics and the book concerning Jamaican politics, that is what I get. If you are a councillor, yeah, for whatever reason, you either resign, you were fired, you cannot fulfill your duties anymore, or by the worst of the worst, you passed away. As a councillor, the mayor take on the responsibility for that mayor until that division find a suitable candidate. Now, so it go. Now so it go. In chat, talk to me in a chat. Now so it go. Yvonne Riley say, yes, you are correct. I know. That's what I see when I read in that political book. So now, I realize that the member for Central Manchester has been going around and speaking some things. And it is important to get the facts, Jamaica. Well, based on what the mayor from Mandeville would have brought to the press conference, it is alarming. But the truth, the truth, Jamaica, must always be spoken. And so, my dear people, Donovan would have spoke concerning a matter that Rhoda stood up at their area council meetings. And she speak and she chat some things and it no go so. But as a labor right over there, you sit and you take the bull. How do you feel this morning when you listen to your party putting out propaganda or putting out information that you describe as facts? And then hours later, you see the real and honest, true facts are making the rounds. How do you feel? No, I need to know, how you feel. Yeah? When you sit down and listen to no leaders within the Labour Party and everything them sound no run with, I no believe. It's your side and my side, and then you have the truth. So Rhoda shut up her mouth on platform at area council meeting and she spoke her side. Well, I am happy that the People's National Party came out with that press conference and gave her opponent the authority to speak as well. So it was her truth. So we are going to listen now to Mayor Donovan, Mayor for Mandeville, his worship the mayor, his side. And then after we listen to Roda's side at area council, and now we are about to listen to Donovan's side, you and I are going to determine the truth. That is how we do things on the Dre Bryan show, This is where the truth comes to the fold. So Jamaica, when I listen to Donovan, because Rhoda say how Donovan, the mayor, hug up the money, the councillor passed away, Donovan no one spend up the money. That a Roda, Donovan no one spend the money, him a hug up the money, him a this, him a that, him no one leg of the money. Huh? But according to the law, the procedure when an active councillor resigned, fired, or passed, Jamaica, isn't it that the mayor will take over the expense for that councillor and all his function in his assigned division? Now, so it go. That is how I know it ought to be. Well, the same thing happened in St. Thomas Morant Bay Division when Washi died. Louis Chin, the mayor, we never come say Louis Chin a hug up Washi money or a hug up Morant Bay Division money. No, because the comrades them in a Eastern St. Thomas are not done. We know the law and we know so when a councillor passed away, the mayor take on the duties of that division. So how is it that now that the shoe is on the other foot? Rhoda know the truth, but she refused from enlightening the people because the Labour Party thrives under chaos, lies, and propaganda. Well, God bless Mayor Donovan, his worship the mayor for Mandeville, coming out and truth. Yeah? Jamaica? Rhoda, you accuse the mayor of Mandeville of hugging up money. In other terms, let me talk it in the language we want to understand. In other words, Roda they call Donovan thief. Because the man sit and him check and him follow the books and he's acting in the confines of the law, Roda have a problem. And so, because Roda realized that Donovan knows the law and she doesn't, she came out and create this chaos at area council meeting. Well, my advice to you, Roda, is to pay attention to central government matters and come out to local government matters. You don't understand. And because Donovan Mitchell understands and you don't, take a back seat. You try to circumvent the truth, Roda, and Donovan the mayor had to straighten you out. Roda, the Manchester Municipal Corporation don't plan. And they don't play or plan to play with people money. Yeah? Are you aware, Jamaica, that what caused the controversy here? Only did know, say, Rhoda, the member for Central Manchester, what she do, you know? Yeah? When the councillor passed away, and she realized that Donovan know the law, she come out, come spread propaganda, said the mayor, I'll sit down pan the man money and I hold on pan the funds and no one spend it. So what Rhoda did, Jamaica? Rhoda went down there in the division and she give out work. Come here, boy, come hold a job. Come here, girl, come do this. And she give out the whole district work and job to do. And after the work was completed, you know what Rhoda do with her feisty and presumptuous self? Remember, she got down there in the division, you know. She didn't alert the mayor. She just went down there because she a MP. Yeah? And she got down there, go give out work. And when the work do, you know what Rhoda do? Send bill down to the Manchester Municipal Corporation to be paid. Donovan come out, the mayor, his worship come out and say, you little girl. Yeah? No MP cannot instruct the Manchester Municipal Corporation. I wonder if I know I hear what. Mr. Roda go down and the corporation and put bill before the council for the bill to be paid. Without even notifying the mayor that she was doing anything. That is not how the law operates, Rhoda. And you're gonna hear a council meeting and talk to the duns them before you and them run with the message. But now, who look like a fool? Who looks like the fool now, Rhoda, my? Now you have to go pay for what you not eat and drink because Donovan Mitchell and a fool. So because the councillor passed away and Donovan was doing what was right, abiding by the law and the books, you go down there now, go carry out works, Miss Rhoda Moy. Yeah? And expect now that the mayor must foot the bill. Where them come from? Where them your all breed a politician come from? If I saw you do things, Rhoda, you will always be in controversy surrounding corruption. And while your name now probably called now, but you are laying the foundation for your name to be called sooner than later. Because how you go in a division, alert the mayor, and you carry out works, and you have the audacity to send bill gone down a municipality for it to be paid? Where this woman come from? And are you aware, Roda, the time you're there focusing on local matters, huh? Are you aware, Jamaica, that as the Minister for Education, State Minister, a school in her constituency don't even know if it will reopen come September morning? No, remember, Roda is the minister, well, state minister, still a minister of education. And the Mulgrave primary stakeholders protest potential closing of school. This is done in Manchester Central. Huh? Whether in a Manchester Central or anywhere in the country, Rhoda Moore is the Minister of Education. These are the matters she should be paying attention to. School uncertain whether or not it will open September morning. And you as the Minister of Education, you are mute on these matters. But you take up local government matter upon your head. Rhoda, you take up local government matter upon your head. But matters of national importance, such as the closure of our schools, you are mute? Huh? You, Rhoda Moore, you sit down there worry about last name. Yes, she said she don't like Crawford. She's ashamed. While throwing shades. You know, see how the whole forest then fling back at you, lady. Huh? We know you don't like the Crawford last name, you know. But a hell and powder house with you and Juliet and the wholeness last name. And we know you well want to be a part of the wholeness family, you know. But you would have thrown that through the door when you I don't want to say what I need to say, you know. Rhoda, you would have thrown out that opportunity when you took that flight to St. Martin. Who know and who no know, now go know. Rhoda, you say you're not pleased with Crawford. You don't like your last name. What kind of message that you send to all your papa? What kind of signal that you send to all your father, happy for your father last name? Is it that you want the wholeness last name? But you get the opportunity, Rhoda. Remember, you take that flight to St. Martin, you know. You took a flight to St. Martin and the golden opportunity that was granted to you to become a wholeness, you throw it through the door when you took that flight to St. Martin. These are the matters you should be focusing on. So I don't know if you're listening this morning, Rhoda, but the country drag you go and then drag you come. And me not intend to drag you anymore over here. So but close your legs to married men. You heard what I said a while ago. Close your legs to married men. So you're now saying you don't like Crawford, trying to show a whole shade. She said she had show, you know. And the shade now cover nobody because them fling an entire forest back at her. Rhoda, you are the Minister of Education. Try to sit down up there. Focus on the nation's children and leave local government alone. So you come shut off your mouth at area council meeting. You never expect the mayor for Mandeville come out, come speak as well. No. And a fight go Roda, you cannot put things out there that are propaganda. and you don't expect the truth to come out. Well, Jamaica, it's Rhoda's side, and then we are going to hear Donovan Mitchell, his side. And then you and I, we will decide on the truth. That is how we do things over here on the Dre Bryan program. So, my dear people, I want you to listen carefully to what Donovan Mitchell, the mayor from Mandeville, had to say in response to Miss Rhoda Crawford. Let us take a listen.
We see. We have to chuck it to the people. We have to pay people to watch what is happening there. And to date, the minister has not increased the budget for minor water supply. He can check the facts. He's going to come with something else. But one thing I am not afraid of is that to tell people you must not be intellectual dishonest. Tell the people the truth. The truth, nothing helps but the truth. MP Crawford at a meeting on Sunday referenced two matters. One, that she has suffered based on a comment that somebody had said. And it has been happening a long time at the Manchester Municipal Corporation. But let me state categorically, the Manchester Municipal Corporation, or no corporation that I know, play no tricks with anybody money. We don't play no tricks with people money. I can tell you when the MP says that she has to stop sending money to us, I will tell you what happened, because it is the truth. The MP got a Christmas allocation. She went about herself and gave out the works. Asked my technical persons to pay the bill. And I told them it could not happen. Our reference must be from the technical persons. We are not rubber stamping. We believe in accountability, responsibility, and integrity at the Manchester Municipal Corporation. No MP can instruct the Manchester Municipal Corporation. She spoke about when a former councillor died and that I was hogging up the money. The law is the law. I had consultation with her. She sent me some information and I worked with the information. But when she began to politicize what was happening, then I had to take a break. The people didn't just vote, or the residents in the community, they are not just labor rights. They are PMP and labor rights. And so I want to say to her, tell the people the truth. Don't cover it. Because Manchester people, central Manchester people, are looking for the truth. She talked about roads. She named a few. We just did some work on Ward Avenue. She is in charge of the road that leads from Main Street down at Bird's gas station to the town center. Tell her to go and look at it. When you talk about Perth Road, you look at Perth Road in Mandeville and tell me if the MP is doing any work. I mean, you can talk as you like, but the people will look on to see what is happening. Look at the Winston Jones Highway and the bush that is there. I can't even call it whatever, but it is bush. She has not done any work on those, but she gets up to speak about other things that don't come to her. I'm asking her to be, she's a teacher, tell the people the truth. She's the Minister of Education, don't misinform the people, because the people will hold you accountable for the things you have said to them. Overall, I want to say the Manchester Municipal Corporation does not use any tactics at all in delaying any money or payments or works or project for any MP whatsoever. The comments made by whoever are not the views of the Manchester Municipal Corporation, and I state that categorically. I have made sure that I have said to my CEO, anything that comes in here, members of parliament, must be brought to my attention because I know how the CDF business work. And so we have been doing that. The member of parliament must tell you the truth, that she tried to circumvent the system and had to straighten it out. Enjoy the rest of the morning.
What a shame. What a shame and disgrace in the country. Huh? Me telling you, people. Me telling you, when you hear the Labour Party come out, come telling you anything, wait until you hear the PNP respond. It's a total different scenario. Eh? Look how Roda come out, come say these things about the mayor for Mandeville. And now we're hearing the mayor's side. Compare that now to Rhoda's side. The facts are before you, Jamaica. What make this woman lie so like a the baby father? Huh? Rhoda, why you so vicious and lie? Remember, the pretty face and bad character, something not going to work with Mandeville people, It is no longer going to work. Rhoda, you have once again put the Labour Party into disrepute because of your lies. Cut it out. Cut it out, Rhoda. The pretty face and the bad character. It's not going to work. It's not going to work anymore. So now we heard from the mayor. We get the truth as to what is happening. We get the truth, Jamaica, as to what is happening. Well, we're moving on to a matter that I don't know if you guys are aware, but Nationwide News Network is under the radar once again. And the fact that Nationwide comes under the radar once again, it has left us, Jamaica, with a cause for concern. Yes, it has left us with a cause for concern. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why, Jamaica. I saw a post circulating that they would have severed ties with Nationwide.